The right women in your life will hold your crown in place when you forget it's there. I know we live in a world that often celebrates, the independence of it all to the point of isolation. We're told we should do it all on our own and that asking for support is weakness. But spiritually, that's a lie. We are not meant to heal, rise, and expand by ourselves. We need community. We need sisterhood. And we need women who see us not just for who we are, but who we are becoming. Now, before we go deeper, I want you to think about a woman in your life who has ever held you up when you were falling apart. And we've all had those falling apart moments. Now, if you have a journal, just write her name down. And let's start by honoring her, and her presence in your journey. Okay, so why do your soul sisters matter spiritually? A, they amplify your growth. When two women are on the same frequency and they come together, it's like mirrors facing each other. And that's an infinite reflection, infinite expansion. Your soul sisters remind you of your brilliance, even when you can't see it. And they call you higher. They won't let you shrink. They won't let you drown. They won't let you fail. Have you ever had a friend who saw something in you that you can see yourself? Drop a little sparkle if you know what I mean. If you know, got one of those, let me know. Number two, they help you hold boundaries and stay high vibe. Now, it's one thing to say, I'm done with toxic relationships, but it's another to have women in your corner who really look you in the eye and say, sis, remember who you are. You don't need to go back there, okay? And a true sister friend, she's not going to feed your drama. She's going to help you return to your divinity. Another reason is they create safety in your evolution. Spiritual growth can feel lonely. You're shedding identities and beliefs, maybe even family traditions, and that's scary, right? But when you have women walking beside you, it's really like building a soft landing. You can cry, you can unravel, you can rebuild, and know that you are still loved. Now, type safe if you've ever felt like you could exhale around certain women. Like you just knew you didn't need a mask, you didn't need to pretend, and they had your back. So, what are some signs that you found your soul sister family? Y'all gonna have shared values. So, you don't have to believe the same exact thing, but your foundation resonates. Two, the mutual uplift. When it's your season to cry, she holds you. When it's hers, you hold her. And when it's time to celebrate, y'all both popping champagne. There's no hidden jealousy. There's no competition. Sister friends don't compete. They collaborate. They don't dim your shine, but they really remind you how bright you are. All right? Okay, let's play a game real quick. I want you to think of your closest connections. And if they genuinely celebrate your wins, put that in the chat. If you've outgrown some people because they couldn't celebrate you, then drop a dove to symbolize release. Okay, but it's okay. How do we call them in? Well, one, you got to be in the spaces that you want to meet them in. Growth doesn't usually happen in the same circles that hurt you. That's the key. So you have to step into new rooms. Now, you also want to show up as the friend that you want to attract. So you got to ask yourself, if the woman I'm praying for showed up today, would I be ready to receive her? Am I embodying that same love, trust, and energy that I want? And then next, you got to set intentions for those aligned connections. So say it like a prayer. I call in women who are kind, powerful, safe, and aligned with my evolution. I release connections that drain me. The universe listens when you declare. All right. Take a deep breath and say out loud with me, I am calling in my sister, friend, soul family. Okay. Write in your journal. Claim it right now. Now, here's some examples of the shift of the secret of the sisterhood, not the secret, Let me tell you a story. So I remember a time when I was ready to quit my path. Like it just felt too heavy, too long. It was just too much. Okay. And one of my sisters looked at me and she was like, you don't get to quit. And then she said something to me that I say to her, which was, you was born for this. So that really snapped me out of it. And I got myself together and she held me accountable. You know, that's like having a midwife on your evolution. And that's what you want to look for. You know, have you ever had a friend that said something to you that changed your whole trajectory? You know, just from their words. So now you've built emotional safety with the boundaries. You got grounding, sanctuary, generational healing, and now you got the sisterhood piece, right? But here's the truth, watching videos is one thing. But living this with daily practices, rituals, and an actual circle of women walking with you, that's where real transformation happens. Now, if you're ready to anchor this in with your own spiritual family, then I invite you to join mine. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen, or the link will be in the description. You don't have to walk alone no more. Your sisters are already gathering, and there is definitely a seat at the table for you. Now, before we leave, put your hand over your heart and whisper with me, I am not alone. My sisters are finding me now, and it is so.